إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. We'll continue reading from al-Ajwibah al-Mufidah and As'ilat al-Manahij al-Jadida, the book of our noble Shaykh al-Allama al-Doctor al-Walid Salih al-Fawzan غفر الله له ومتعه بالصحة والعافية وغفر لوالديه وللمسلمين والمسلمات آمين. This book in which the Shaykh in which they compiled, this is a compilation of the answers that the Shaykh has given on newly invented methodologies. So the book's name is al-Ajwibah al-Mufidah, beneficial answers, and As'ilat al-Manahij al-Jadida on questions, two questions on innovative methodologies. Any sect or group that they oppose as-Salaf al-Salih, Khawarij, Shia, Qadariyya, Mu'tazila, Murji'a, Asha'ira, Sufiya, and the contemporary deviant groups such as al-Ikhwan al-Muslimun, Jama'at Tabligh, al-Haddadiyya, amongst many others. So we will continue inshallah ta'ala reading these beneficial answers of our noble Shaykh al-Allama al-Walid Salih al-Fawzan حفظه الله تعالى. السؤال: ما هي الضوابط الشرعية التي يحافظ بها المسلم على التزامه وتمسكه بمنهج السلف الصالح وعدم الانحراف عنه والتأثر بالمناهج الدخيلة المنحرفة? Very important question. What is the guidelines from the legislation that help and assist the Muslim to preserve his iltizam? In other words, to stay firm upon the right path. What are the guidelines from the legislation that help a person to be firm upon the manhaj of as-Salaf al-Salih, not to deviate away from it? And what are those guidelines that help a person, once they help a person to hold on firm to manhaj al-Salaf, not to be affected by the deviated methodologies? This is a very important question because the truth is one. As we all know from before, from the ayats in the Quran, from the many hadiths of the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, the truth, the haqq is one. Allah ordered us to, all of us, adhere to His rope, one rope. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلٍ. It is not like many ropes. There's only one rope. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا. All of you, regardless what country you come from, regardless what era you live in, what part of the land, what your job, what you do, all of you, you're Arabs and non-Arabs, the rich of you and the poor of you, the kings of you and the slaves of you. Everybody should hold on to one rope. The ulama, they mention, is La ilaha illallah, is Tawheed, is Islam, is what the Prophet ﷺ left the companions upon. Likewise, in another ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَأَنَّ هَذَا صِرَاطِي مُسْتَقِيمًا فَاتَّبِعُوهُ وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا السُّبُلَ فَتَفَرَّقَ بِكُمْ عَنْ سَبِيلِهِ. Likewise, Allah says in the Quran, and this is my path. One, it's not two or three or four. That is straight. All of you should follow it. And do not follow the other path, for certainly they take you away from the path of Allah. And if all of you remember this hadith, that alhamdulillah our noble Sheikh Salih al-Fawzan has mentioned it many times in this book, especially the hadith of al-Iftiraq, the hadith in which the Prophet ﷺ mentioned that this ummah will split. So nobody can tell you, no, the Muslims, they never split, they're all Muslim, they're all on the same thing. La, kif. The Prophet ﷺ said, وَسَتَفْتَرِقُ هَذِهِ الْأُمَّةِ. This ummah will split, and they did. Some of the Sahaba, they were still alive and they saw the division. Now they saw the Qadariyah, the Khawarij. Yes, Sahaba, some of the Sahaba fought the Khawarij. Ali radiallahu anhu and the Sahaba, they fought the Khawarij. Naam. They refute the Qadariyah. They refute the Murji'ah, the Shia. Naam. Prophet ﷺ, he said, this ummah will split onto 73 sects. All of them in a hellfire, except one. He didn't say except half. For someone to say, oh yeah, you follow the way of the Salaf, it's okay, but hey, there is 49 others. La, there is not even two. Prophet ﷺ, he said, he didn't say except for two, except for one. When he was asked which one, he says, anyone who adhere to what I am upon and my companions. So that's the haqq. Aina. So I hope that the question is clear. The Shaykh, in answering this question, he says, الضوابط الشرعية تفهم من مجموع ما سبق الكلام فيه. He says the answer to this question, and what was those guidelines from the legislation that assist a person to be firm upon the path, upon the haqq, upon manhaj al-salaf, and that will therefore protect such a person from deviating away from it, and not to be affected by these false calls and deviated sects and groups and the like. He said this should be understood from what we have presented before, because the Shaykh has given so many advices. He says, but we summarize them as follow. أولا, number one, بأن يرجع الإنسان إلى أهل العلم والبصيرة. He says, this person who wants to be on the haqq, on the path of Allah, one path, the person who wants to be firm on it, the person, meaning the Muslim, who wants to be saved from deviation, the person who doesn't want to be affected by the deviant groups, what this person should do, he should always go back to the people of knowledge, those that Allah has given them knowledge and insight. Allahu Akbar. علماء التوحيد والمنهج السلفي, the ulama of Tawheed and Sunnah, they are upon the manhaj of al-Salaf. يتعلم منهم. So when we say turn to them, for what? Learning from them. You take their knowledge from them. You want to be on the haqq, you have to learn and take knowledge from the scholars. So now somebody who's taking knowledge from the internet, from those so-called du'at, they become famous because of the internet, like Yusuf Estes, for instance. They call him now the Sheikh al-Allama Yusuf Estes, an ignorant dude, excuse my expression, causing so many people to go astray. Is this person now going to learn Islam? Is going to be on the path that the Prophet ﷺ tells us to be on? No. Because that Yusuf Estes himself, he needs to sit down with the ulama and learn. He didn't do that. And he's arrogant. And now he's talking, can even speak Arabic correctly. Don't even understand the language of the Quran. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. Calling to the way of Jahmiyyah. Calling to the Aqidah of Jahmiyyah. Calling to the Aqidah of Shia. أعوذ بالله. Tawam. Or those who are going to listen to Zakir Naik. Okay? Or Hamza Yusuf. Or those freshmen now, right now too, like the YQ, Yasir Qadi, and the NAK, the NAK, and what's his name? Nu'man Ali Khan. The NAK, they refer to him as a NAK. The Mufassir. Mufassir, what tafsir? This man he's nowhere close to the tafsir. But to the laymen, to the ignorant, they said he's the sheikh. Why? Because he twisted some words, he has an eloquency here and there, but that doesn't take into consideration. You have to take the knowledge from its proper sources. Or those people who are on the same level that support them, those people of al-Maghribee Institute. Okay? And the like. Knowledge is to be taken from the ulama. Not anyone who's become famous on the internet or on the television channels. No, you're going to take it from the scholars of Ahlul Sunnah. Take it from Ibn Baz, Ibn Uthaymeen, Al-Albani, from their books, from their CDs. And those who are still alive, from the Mufti, Abdul Aziz al-Shaykh, Salih al-Fawzan, Salih al-Luhaydan, Rabi' ibn Hadi al-Madkhali, Ubaid ibn Abdullah al-Jabiri, Muhammad ibn Hadi al-Madkhali, Abdul Muhsin al-Badr, amongst others from Ahlul Sunnah, Zayd al-Madkhali, and the ulama of Ahlul Sunnah, whether they are in this country or the other. Those who the ulama of their time, they said these are the people of knowledge, these are the people who are known to be upon the path of Allah, and they call the people to it. These are the people you want to listen to and you want to adhere to. You turn to, he says, يَتَعَلَّمُ مِنْهُمْ. So don't learn from the ignorant. أي نعم. ويستشيرهم فيما يجول في فكره من أمور ليصدر عن رأيهم في ذلك. Likewise, if a person wants the safe path, not only he's learning from the ulama, but he has to seek their advices as well. Especially a da'i. Especially a da'i who says that he called to the haqq, he's calling to Islam, to the way of the salaf, but he's disconnected. Some of those people who they say they call into the haqq, they call in the people, they says, no, you don't have to connect yourself to the ulama of overseas. Just connect yourself to the ulama, local ulama, like them. Like you. Yasir Qadi said this. Naam, these guys, look how wicked statements is. Well, alhamdulillah, people refuted him, like our noble brother Musa Richardson, hafidahullah, he refuted him, alhamdulillah, in statements, and they were disseminated. Now he's saying, you don't have to outsource your fatwa. Meaning, he said, you don't have to call the ulama or connect yourself to the ulama of whatever they are, Saudi, Egypt, Yemen, Pakistan. No, he says, just take from the ulama of your local area. And he was doing Detroit. He says, yes, you have so many ulama in Detroit. We say to you, Yasir Qadi, name only one, so we know who you're talking to. Who is this alim you're referring to? We don't know no alim in Detroit. We would love to see that there is an alim in Detroit. We will go and sit with this alim, but who is he? So that's the way of Ahlul Bid'ah. First of all, they disconnect the people from the ulama, and then they tell them, hey, that's us, we got you. Alright? We got you. Hey, now. It's like someone who wants to sell his product and it's very bad, poor quality. And he's going to tell the people, hey, nobody sells this product in the area, nobody. Nah, it's nothing. So when the people give up looking, then he put it out. And they see it and they're like, oh, yeah, he has apples. So they start getting it from him. But they don't know that like right around the corner there is a better quality. Naam, ya ikhwan. So that's what they do. They want to disconnect the people. So, but the Muslim, especially a da'i, a person who's calling, and especially the one who claimed to call to Salafiyya, to the Haqq, gotta be connected to the ulama. Not all of them, but at least a couple of them. Constantly call them, Ya Shaykh, I'm doing this. What about this, Ya Shaykh? What about this book? Where should we start, Ya Shaykh? Huh? Our community is composed from this and this. This is the level, to the best of my knowledge, Ya Shaykh. This is who we are. Okay? What book you think? That's what we do. Before we bring you these books, alhamdulillah, we call one of the ulama, or a couple of them, Ya Shaykh, Assalamu alaikum. We finish this book as you advised us, or another noble Shaykh advised. What do you think, Ya Shaykh? What's the best book we can follow with this book? Sometimes the Shaykh, he says, repeat the book, do it again. And it happened with us with the Talatatul Usul, for example. Do it again. And we do it again. And no, that's what's with the ulama. Sometimes you go to the doctor. SubhanAllah, it's amazing. A Jew doctor, not even a Muslim. Right or wrong? And then you go there and he put person on a prescription. And then he tell him, look, in a month come back. The person come back in a month, he says, oh, this medicine is working for you. Okay, I'm going to give you another dose, another month. Or he may say, look, well, this is good, but I'm going to put you on another medicine. You think that Muslim will debate or argue? Why not? He respects the decision of the doctor. He be Jew or Christian. But when the ulama of Ahlul Islam, they say something, you find some ignorant people, why the Shaykh said that. Who are you to interfere? You're not a Shaykh. The same way in our example, the person doesn't interfere because he's not what? He's not a doctor. And if you would ask him, Akhi, why are you taking this medicine? Why don't you take something else? He said, Akhi, I don't know, I'm not a doctor. So you don't know, you're not a scholar. So he said, the people should take knowledge from the ulama, turn their affairs to the ulama. ثانيا, number 2, التروي في الأمور وعدم العجلة وعدم التسرع في الحكم على الناس بل عليه أن يتثبت. Person should take his time. Don't be hasty. In any matter, especially in judging others. Rather, a person should humble themselves. And when they hear anything, they should verify it. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, in Surah Al-Hujurat, يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن جاءكم فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا أن تصيبوا قوما بجهالة فتصبحوا على ما فعلتم نادمين. In this ayah in Surah Al-Hujurat, ayah number 6, O you who believe, if a fasiq, a liar, an evil person comes to you with any news, verify it, lest you should harm people in ignorance, and afterwards you become regretful for what you have done. وقال الله سبحانه وتعالى في سورة النساء يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا ضربتم في سبيل الله فتبينوا ولا تقولوا لمن ألقى إليكم السلام لست مؤمنا تبتغون عرض الحياة الدنيا فعند الله مغانم كثيرة كذلك كنتم من قبل فمن الله عليكم فتبينوا إن الله كان بما تعملون خبيرا. In Surah An-Nisa, verse 94, O you who believe, when you go to fight in the cause of Allah, verify the truth, and do not say to anyone who greets you by embracing Islam, you are not a believer, seeking the perishable goods of the worldly life. There are much more prophets and booties with Allah, even if as He is now, so were you yourselves before, till Allah conferred on you His favors, by guiding you to al-Islam. Therefore, be cautious in discrimination. Allah is ever well aware of what you do. قال الشيخ ثم إذا ثبت فعليكم معالجته بالطرق الكفيلة بالإصلاح لا بالطرق المعنفة أو بالطرق المشوشة. He says, now once a matter reach you and it is the truth, this is correct, not just some rumor, because sometimes people, they just spread rumors. You gotta understand, sometimes a person may lie on some people or somebody or some masjid or some community or some family, and then you find people who they receive the text and forward it, just like that, as though it's incumbent upon them to forward any text. Yeah, when you receive a text or a tweet or an email or WhatsApp or whatever you receive, verify. Don't just spread it. Otherwise, it's going to cause a big fitna. It's a lie. Some people, they lie on certain people to cause problems and fitna and trials the Shaykh is going to mention later on. And then those who receive it, they shouldn't just go ahead quick and disseminate it and spread it. People, subhanAllah, it's amazing. People, they just have a text or an email, and before you know it, it's all over the place. Yeah, why? You're going to stand in front of Allah. You're going to stand in front of Allah, man. How are you going to just... What benefit? Is there any benefit for you to push that text? You don't even know who sent it. Sometimes you don't even know who sent it. Aboo Fulan, Aboo Fulan. Sometimes they didn't have names. X19. Who is this X19? Who is he? Who? And then if you see you don't know, somebody send you an email, a text, you don't even know the name. Who sent it to you? How are you going to send it? Forward it. Because there are cowards. There are people who are cowards. They hide behind fake names to cause problems. If somebody wants the haqq, he's going to put his name. If he's going to send to somebody, he's going to put his name. Fulan ibn Fulan, Fulan from this town. If you don't remember me, ask somebody about me. That's me. And I'm sending this to you. So if you have any issue with it, call me. But now people, they send, nobody knows. And still you find other people, they just send it to other people and this. Oh, yes, you got to read this. A'udhu billah. Verify. And then once the matter is thabit, what that information is accurate, but what to do with it? Now, just because it's accurate now, okay, go ahead and disseminate it. La. So it has to be dealt with in a way that brings good and benefit, not in a way that brings harm and cause division and the like. قال والنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول بشروا ولا تنفروا. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he gave advice and he says, give a good tidings, don't repel the people away. وقال صلى الله عليه وسلم إنما بعثتم ميسرين ولم تبعثوا معسرين. You were sent to make things easy for the people, not to make things difficult. Because the Prophet ﷺ, he used to advise the companions when he used to send them to give da'wah. He used to choose the learned. This is the ulama, they mention, this is a point of refutation against the deviant sects, especially al-Ikhwa al-Muslimun and the Tabligh, especially Tabligh. The Prophet ﷺ, he used to choose the learned amongst the companions and to send them to give da'wah, like Mu'adh ibn Jabal, Abu Musa al-Ash'ari, Ali radiallahu anhum, he sent them to Yemen. Jama'at al-Tabligh, they give shahada to someone at dhuhr. Somebody who gives shahada, he wasn't even Muslim. Or somebody who was born in a Muslim country, but he has no clue what Islam is, never pray, drink alcohol, this and that. Whether they talk to the person and he accepts shahada, or that person say, okay, I'm coming with you to the masjid. Now he came to the masjid. After the next salat, they say to the person who just took shahada, stand up and make bayan. Talk about Islam. Man just took shahada. Man just came from the bar. Don't know nothing about Islam. Stand up and say something. A brother told me that he was with the Jama'ah once, this Jama'ah, and he says that this old man who, he don't know anything. He don't know the deen. But then they came to him somewhere and said, hey, you're going to come with us. He said, what you guys do? He said, oh, we just go to the masjid, we read Quran, we remember Allah. He's like, oh, alhamdulillah, that's a good thing. Okay, I can do that with you. I need that. He don't know them. So he's like, okay, you people go to the masjid, mashallah, read Quran, and remember Allah. Allahu Akbar. Okay, let's do it. So he came with them. But after the salat, they told him, yeah, Shaykh. He says, nah, what? They said, give a dars, give a talk. The man, he's like, are you kidding me? Me? You just brought me from the street. I don't know anything. I'm here to learn from you. They said, no, it's okay. Just stand up. Allah will put something in your heart. Is how knowledge comes? Allah put something in your heart. Then he said to them, that Shaykh, he says, earlier I thought you good people, man, but you guys don't know. You guys need to learn. Fitrah of this man. When they said they go to the masjid, read Quran, remember Allah, he's like, mashallah, good people. But when they told him, just go ahead, man, give something. Even when he told them, I can't give nothing, I'm ignorant. Instead to say, at least if they say, we're just testing you, huh? No, they're like, no, it's okay, just go ahead, man. Allah will put something in your heart, it's okay. He's like, that's it, guys, man, I can't be with you guys. Allahu Akbar. Prophet ﷺ, he used to advise the companions, tell them, make things easy and don't make things difficult. وقال صلى الله عليه وسلم لبعض فضلاء الصحابة إن منكم لمنفرين فمن أما الناس فليخفف فإن وراءه الضعيف وذا الحاجة. Also the Prophet ﷺ, he said once, as in Sahih al-Bukhari, all these three hadith mentioned to you in Sahih al-Bukhari, he said to one of the nobles amongst the companions, indeed amongst you are those who repel the people away. If any one of you lead the salat, make it light, because behind him is the weak and a person who has something to go to achieve. When the imam lead the salat, he should take in consideration these guidelines of the deen, of the religion, the guidelines from the one whom Allah sent him to teach the khair, to teach us the good, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he says, if one of you lead the people in the salat, should make it light. But light doesn't mean like certain people, they don't even give you time to recite al-Fatiha. They don't know tranquility in ruku', sujood, they finish al-Isha in 3 minutes. Like a brother, the Imam told us that they have a clip or something, they said that these people finish 23 rak'at in 16 minutes or 8 minutes, 20 minutes or something, in 12 minutes. Okay, different narrations now. What salat is this? What tarawih is this? La, light meaning don't make it too long. If a person pray by himself, naam, you can recite what you want. Recite al-Baqarah, all of it in one rak'ah, it's okay. Recite in the second rak'ah, Ali Imran. Yes, you can be in sujood for half an hour if you want. Sajda, one sajda, half an hour. But when you do that, when you're praying by yourself. But if you are an imam and leading the people, then you have to adhere to the sunnah. Don't make things hard on the people now. وعلى كل حال فالأمور تعالج بحكمة وروية ولا يصلح لكل أحد أن يتدخل في مجال لا يحسن التصرف فيه. Then the Shaykh, he says, matters have to be dealt with that's it, yeah. The matters are to be dealt with wisdom. And a person, not anybody, can deal with these matters. SubhanAllah. Now look, the Shaykh, he says, not everyone is qualified to deal with these matters. Not anyone, whenever a matter comes in, oh, he's dealing with it. He's talking about it. He's voicing his opinion. Sending tweets and emails and WhatsApp. Some people, they even, Allah al-Musta'an, you got to be careful. We don't even know these people. They opening rooms on WhatsApp. Damn, who's this guy who opened this WhatsApp? Nobody. Actually, I know this brother and I advised him. And I think he got rid of it, alhamdulillah. This guy just became Muslim maybe a couple months. And he thinks it's just like this is something else. I don't know what. And he opened a web too. And what's he doing? La. And then anybody can come there and say whatever they want to say. 3 people here fighting one another, getting in it. And then whenever an information, what they do, they just go to the other groups on internet and paste, copy what? Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy. And they think they're doing something good. Bring in controversial matters. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. The Shaykh says, those who are not qualified to deal with matters, they should not engage in these matters. And that's what's causing problems these days. People getting involved, they're not qualified. They're not qualified. So when you receive, me and you, when you receive anything come to you from anyone, say, who is this person? Most of the time, that person, you don't even know who he is. Like I told you, because they don't even have the nerve or the courage actually to put their names. Put your name, akhi. And once if he put his name, then we're going to say, who are you? Is he qualified to deal with these matters or not? And that's what's causing a lot of problems now on the net. Whether on Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, name it, and many other gadgets, because people are not qualified. They opening websites, rooms, and just spreading stuff without even, they don't even know if this information has to be put out or not. Is it the right time or not? Even if the information is correct, but is it wise? The Sheikh is talking about hikmah, wisdom. Is it from the wisdom to put this information out? Yes, it's correct. But is it good or is it not good? Is it going to bring good or harm? Certain people, they don't have what it takes to, then they should say, hey, I ain't going to do nothing. So don't start nothing, because if somebody starts something, he'll be responsible. And Allah and the angels are writing everything. ثالثا من الضوابط أن يتزود الإنسان من العلم بمجالسة أهل العلم والاستماع لآرائهم وكذلك بقراءة كتب السلف الصالح وسير المصلحين من سلف هذه الأمة وعلمائها وكيف كانوا يعالجون الأمور وكيف كانوا يعظون الناس وكيف كانوا يأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وكيف كانوا يحكمون على الأشياء. Sheikh says, the third advice from the guidelines that will help and assist in the matters that I mentioned in the question, that a person should increase in knowledge. Constantly increase in knowledge. Most of those websites and most of those WhatsApp rooms or whatever it is, they get nothing. They just there for kalam. They compete in one another who's going to put the information first. As soon as they hear it, they don't even think like, akhi, is this true, not true? What is going to do? Is it okay for me to put it out there or not? What's the consequences? Nothing. They compete in one another who's going to put it, like the one who put it there first, like he oh man, I got it first. What if you got it wrong? Huh? And whoever introduce an evil act, he will be responsible. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. نسأل الله السلامة والعافية. Shaykh says, لا. You have to increase in knowledge by sitting in the gatherings and the circles of the people of knowledge, by listening to them, what they have to say. Likewise, by reading the books of as-Salaf as-Salih, the biographies of the Salaf, the righteous amongst them, from the ulama and the scholars of this ummah. And if you do that, you will learn, along with knowledge, you will learn how they dealt with matters, how they used to admonish the people, how they ordered with good and forbid evil, how they classify the people. This one is mubtadi, this one, not based on colors or based on desires. Sometimes you find certain people, because they don't like somebody, that's it. He's not one of us, or he's out. What do you mean he's out? No, he's not. Person doesn't leave Islam or leave Salafiyah because you don't like him. No, we're human. We may not like each other. We may not get along. But you're a Salafi, you're my brother. That's it, you're still Salafi. Sometimes if we said that this person is not qualified to marry this lady or this, they said, oh, he's not a Salafi? We're not saying that. Yeah, he's a Salafi, but he's just not qualified. Ask us for the reasons, we give you why he's not qualified. Yeah, because he was married before and he beat up women. No? So many complaints from some women before. He married women and don't take care of them. Alhamdulillah, he said he's Salafi, he's upon him to see if he's a true Salafi or not. But if a person said he's a Salafi and he adhered to the manhaj al-Salaf and he loved the ulama of the Salaf, I'm not the one that's going to say he's not. But if a person, I know his character is bad, arrogance, we're going to tell the people, the one that you're going to marry, I'm just going to tell him, is he Salafi? Oh, Salafi, yeah. No, but he has this problem, these issues. Someone who is bad with money, borrow money and cheat the people. Don't pay them back. Not only that, somebody who even lied to the people. Oh, listen, he's a businessman, he has qualification, and he showed them paperwork. Akhwan, if you give me $10,000 in 3-4 months, man, I can turn it down for you, and he become 25. And if you be patient and give me another 4-6 months, that 25 becomes 65. People do that. And then people give him money. 10,000 here, 15 here, 20 there, 30 there. He gathered 100 plus money, and then he's gone. They don't even see him. A year later, they're still looking for the man. And then finally, when somebody tracked him down, what happened? He lost everything. Then you find out that this person did it in this state, and the other state, and the other state. And he drive better cars, and he live in better houses. So this person, he says he's a Salafi. But if someone come to me and tell me, Akhi, can I give him my money? I says, don't give him your money. But I'm not going to say he's not a Salafi. Yeah, his actions are poor, because the Salaf don't do these things. Okay? Likewise, if somebody is not qualified to teach, especially in America, it's easy. Anybody can open a masjid. If you want, anyone here wants to open a masjid in your house, you have a garage, just turn it and put masjid kada kada, and you become the imam. No problem in America. But if somebody comes to me and says, MashaAllah, akhi, they open a Salafi masjid, Allahu Akbar over here. I said, where? Because it makes us very happy if Salafi masjid is open somewhere. Well, we make us very happy to see Salafi masjid here and there and there and there, as long as they work together in cooperation upon haqq, and those who are in charge are qualified. So now when they tell me that somebody who opened a Salafi masjid so-and-so, I know him. He's not qualified. No knowledge, no manners, no patience, no wisdom. he doesn't have what it takes. So it's an amana to say to the people, أخي هذا لا يصلح. This brother is not qualified. This doesn't mean he's not a Salafi. Maybe he's a good brother, but he's not a good imam. He can't be the imam of a masjid. He cannot run a masjid because he's not qualified. Oh, people have problems with that. Certain people have problems. نسأل الله السلامة والعافية. The Shaykh says you have to learn the knowledge from the ulama by reading the books of the Salaf al-Salih, their biographies. So you can learn knowledge and also how they dealt with the matters, how they admonish the people, how they command good and forbid evil, how they judge matters. He said, and all of this is, you find it in their siyar, in their biographies. وفي أخبارهم وفي قصص الماضين من أهل الخير وأهل الصلاح وأهل الصدق لقد كان في قصصهم عبرة لأولي الألباب. As Allah tells us, indeed, in the qasas of the righteous people, in their stories, is a lesson, an admonition, but for the people of intellect. قال فالإنسان المسلم فرد من هذه الأمة. He says the Muslim person is an individual from this ummah. والأمة هي مجموع المسلمين من أول ظهور الإسلام إلى قيام الساعة. هذا هو مجموع الأمة. He says, and the ummah, the Muslims, the Muslim nation, not nation of Islam of Farrakhan, okay? The Muslim nation, because sometimes you say in the nation of Islam, and somebody think like we are praising the nation of Kufr, who they are not upon Islam. Those who follow Farrakhan and them. Okay? Now we say the ummah of the Muslims from the first day of the call to Islam until the establishment of the hour. This is the ummah. They're all Muslims, alhamdulillah. Anyone who adhere to Islam, to the deen of Allah. والمسلم يراجع السلف الصالح وأخبارهم ويسير على هديهم ومنهجهم ولا ينظر إلى أقوال المتسرعين وأخبار الجهل الذين يحمسون الناس على غير بصيرة. So the Muslim, he should always refer back to what the Salaf they were upon. The Salaf here for us is the companions. Is the Prophet himself and his companions. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa radiyallahu anhum. He wants to be upon the haqq. Well, then whenever you want to do the aqidah, the creed, the ibadat, the akhlaq, the manners, the manhaj, see what the Prophet ﷺ and his companions they were upon. If you want to, alhamdulillah, go to this masjid and listen to the khutbahs of this imam, mashallah, or you want to attend the class of this da'i or these students of knowledge because there is no ulama in your area, well then you have to pay attention. That imam in his khutbah, is he talking about the salaf? Is he connecting you to the salaf, to the sahaba, to the tabi'een, to the ulama of Ahlul Islam, of the great ulama? Or he's just calling to himself or to some tribe or to some group here or there? Likewise, that person that you're going to go and sit in his class, is he following these guidelines? Is he upon the manhaj of a salaf? Or is he on something else? Or is he just using manhaj al-salaf as an icing on a rotten cake? Some of them, they do that. They have a wicked plan, but in the area they know people, they know the salaf, and people in this area or this masjid, the majority, they don't want nothing to hear nothing. Akhi, you want to teach us? Teach us qala Allah, qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam upon the way of the salaf. So you find an ikhwani or takfiri or khariji or whatever, a wicked person, he's going to come as the imam in the way salaf, salaf, salaf. You're going to hear in the khutbah nothing but Imam Ahmad Qal, Imam Malik, Kada, Awza'i, Sufyan al-Thawri, Ibn Abbas, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali, Talha, Zubair, and then from the Ibn Taymiyyah, Ibn al-Qayyim, right? And then you're going to hear Ibn Baz, Uthaymin, Albani. But once he made for himself a name and a position, and the people love him, and they start, because people, they start, hey, you gotta come, akhi, move. Huh? And then when he got that, now he's start really showing who he is for real. And it happened many times. But the people, they have to ask, who is this person? Who now? Because especially now you have to know. If somebody famous and they says, oh, because we hear before, people call us from, or call Brother Musa Richardson or Mustafa George or Somali, oh, in our masjid in this area, in this state, oh, this man, amazing man, subhanallah. How is he amazing? He's Salafi. Yeah. Why? Because he always talk about Bin Baz, Albani. Said, ask about him. Who are the ulama who know him? And let's ask the ulama about this person. Okay? Yeah, Shaykh, salaam alaikum, na'am. We have a person, kada kada, his name kada kada, na'am, he's good. Allahu Akbar, alhamdulillah. No, he's no good. But he says Bin Baz, don't worry about that. People do those things to make for themselves a name. So it's very important for us, this is very serious, and this is very important advice that we have to adhere to. Don't just take your knowledge from the internet and you base your decision and you start hating people and classifying people based on some tweet, or based on some email you receive from who? No one. You can even give a name, put a name to it. Nas'alullah as-salamu al-afiyah. So the Shaykh Habatala, he says you have to adhere to the way and the guidance of the Salaf. And don't run after the hasty ones. Those who they just pump the people without any knowledge. The Shaykh says many small books or many lectures, statements, lectures come from the like of these people. Ignorance of the matters of the deen. But their eloquency and they make the people hype because they know how to talk. They can give a powerful lecture. They can give a powerful presentation. They have the gift of gab, as they say, right? Or if they talk to one, talk to you, that's it. That's it. No, yeah, you got to look at this person. He's upon the guidance of the Salaf. So therefore you find them, because of the gift of gab they have and the eloquency, they start calling the people to that which Allah didn't call them to, and they do it. Look at what's happening in a Muslim land in the past couple of years. People are going for demonstrations, women and men mixing, going against the rulers. You think they were going against the rulers or going against the text of the Quran and Sunnah? Anyone who go against the ruler, they are going against the text first, from Quran and Sunnah. Doesn't matter. They says, no, it's okay. If you get harmed, or your family get harmed, it's for the sake of Allah. Says who? Going against the Quran and the Sunnah and causing people to get harmed. They said, no, this is a mess. Some cars got to be burned. Some buildings got to go down. Some people got to die for the sake of who? What they want for their party. Like what happened in Egypt and in Tunisia and other countries, for the sake of al-Ikhwan al-Muslimun, so that they can be on a position, so they can take the position of the ruler. Doesn't matter who die, doesn't matter if the economy plunged down, doesn't matter if that Muslim country go bankrupt, doesn't matter. They don't care about that. What they care about? Power. La ya akhi. The Shaykh, he says, you got to be careful. He said, you don't just follow people who they are not known to be from the people who are adherent to the way of the Salaf, has no wisdom. He said, even though they may have a good intention. He said, it's not left to the intention. Having a good intention is one thing, but you should, along with having a good intention, you need to know how you do it right. If someone has a good intention to help you, and you have an electrical problem in your house, and you brought some real electricians, and they say it's going to be $10,000 to be fixed, and then a brother says, Akhi, 10,000, keep it. I'll fix it. I'm going to save you all that money. Don't give me anything. And then at first he's like, SubhanAllah, I didn't know you're an electrician. SubhanAllah, I know you for 7 years. I never know you're a certified electrician. He's going to say, me neither. Me neither. I don't know that about myself. What are you talking about? I'm not an electrician. Not even nothing. But I just like you. I want to save you some money. Let's me and you, we go down. Let's connect those wires. You allow him? You allow him. He may smoke the whole thing, meaning burn the whole thing. Okay? But you will tell him what? Jazakallahu khairan, for your good what? Intention. But you don't know how you do it. You stay where you are. So likewise, people have a good intention. We want to do this, want to spread this. Do you know how you do it? No. Chill. Take the back seat. You're not going to be driving. That's it. Take the back seat, relax. We're going to wait for the person who can drive. None of us can drive. That van ain't going nowhere. Railroad. None of us know how to drive. That van ain't going nowhere. We're going to be patient, alhamdulillah, until a driver comes. Likewise. Matters come to us. Yes, we wish to have the solution yesterday before today and this, but none of us is that person. What we do, we wait. We wait for the solution to come to us from the right people. أليس كذلك? أي نعم. He said, a good intention is not enough. Yeah, you should have good intention, but you should know how to do it right. As-sawab. You have to be upon the haqq. And what is the haqq? Is what the majority is upon? Look, akhi, 17 against 3. Let's do it. 17 against 3? Voting? Majority is always right? No. What is the haqq? ما وافق الكتاب والسنة بفهم السلف. That's how some communities, they go wrong. They're like, listen, akhi, we have 2/3 of the community behind us. Don't listen to the other guys. And then they go and do it based on that. No, this is not how matters done. The haqq is what agreed with the Quran and the Sunnah with the understanding of a Salaf. That's the haqq. Even if one person said it, we go with him. And all of us, we're going to say what? We have to have the courage to say what? We were wrong. Jazakallah khairan. Yes, we were wrong, brother. We have to find that courage to say, yes, brother, you're right. You alone. Jazakallah khairan. Jazakallah khairan. We all say, all of us here, we were wrong, man. And we apologize for going against you, and we were stubborn, and we didn't listen to you, but you're right. No, that's why? Why he's right? Not like the Hizbis. He's right because what? His donation is fat checks. Whenever he donates, he writes a check of 10,000, 20. He's right. Who suggests that? So and so. Yeah, well, we gotta squeeze it, akhi. You know it's not the right thing, but we have to find a way to put it in a plan. Why? Because he has money. If they made the man mad, what he's gonna do? He's gonna take his money and go to another community. But the Salafiyun, they don't care, give your money or not. You give your money, you give it for the sake of Allah. Don't give it to me for possessions. Give it for the sake of Allah, to please Allah. And if that person comes and say, look, Ya Akhwan, I have an advice for you. I listen to you, but I think you have to follow what I'm saying. Okay, yes, inshallah, if you're right. They listen to him. He's not right. They said, sorry, brother, we can't take it. Well, I'm going to take my money somewhere else. No problem. Take your prayer rug with you too. It's okay with us. No problem. Allah is our Razzaq. We're not going to compromise this religion for money. Sheikh said you got to be careful. نسأل الله السلامة والعافية. هذا وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.